What's going on, party people? We're back with some more Babymonochrome action here. Round 1, we've got Spy0P versus TheFiendishMeep, who's been covered a few times on this channel, including the infamous semifinals match against Globro Gang. Be sure to go check that out. That's from Babymonochrome Revival 1. This is Babymonochrome Revival 2, kinda, also known as Babymonochrome. Anyways, got another match I want to cover. Had a bit of time this morning. It's a little bit dry here today, so my voice sounds a little bit raspy, but I'll do my best. It's also kind of early, so yeah. Alright, so Spy0P bringing an Omnimite, which, you know, this thing could be Shell Smash. This could also be a hazard stacking Pokemon, which I think is probably the case on this team. I did just find out this thing does get Toxic Spikes too, so that is a possibility. And since TheFiendishMeep's only Poison type is a Floatimon, if Spy0P can get Toxic Spikes up, those things are there to stay. Granted, there is also a Natu that they'll have to get around. Yeah, also bringing a Drifloon. Yeah, got it right this time. Drillbur as well, which is cool. I haven't seen it too much this tournament, though it is a pretty popular Pokemon in this tier, as far as I'm aware. An Abra, a Mindfu, and of course a Porygon, which seems to have been the Pokemon of the tournament so far. This thing feels like it's on every team, except for the TheFiendishMeep's team, of course, right now, who is bringing a Pawniard, a Ghastly, a Diglett as well, which is probably looking to trap some Pokemon. Maybe that Abra once getting a bit of prior damage on it and break its Sash. If it is Sash, these things do run Life Orb sometimes because they don't take Life Orb recoil thanks to Magic Guard. An Omnimite of their own, which, looking at this team, might be a bit more likely to be a Shell Smashing set, considering there's a Diglett, and I think Pawniard gets Stealth Rocks. Don't quote me on that. I think it does. But who knows, maybe this thing could also just be setting up hazards as well. And then Natu to prevent that opposing Omnimite to get up hazards. And then, of course, a Mindfu, because it's Little Cup. There has to be a Mindfu on every team. It's a rule. No, it's not a rule, but you know what I mean. They're everywhere. And yeah, let's get into it. So, Natu lead from TheFiendishMeep, Mindfu lead from Spy0P, who's going to take a Psychic, and then just click knockoff on the Natu there, get rid of its a Violet, I assume that was. I missed that, but go on. Good start, me already missing things. Yeah, of course it's a Violet. Okay, so Porygon switching in on the Natu here. Traces Magic Bounce, which is a really good ability for Porygon to have. And then Natu just gets out of there. Mindfu switches in, which isn't going to look to click any non-attacking moves most of the time, so it doesn't really care about Magic Bounce there. Clicks knockoff on the incoming Drifloon, which loses its Flying Gem, but I believe Unburden still activates. And then clicks Sub, so this thing probably faster than the Diglett, yeah, and then clicks Acrobatics just to knock it out, so pretty good exchange there, the Drifloon, which has HP. I don't think that's fighting, that's probably fire, but again, don't quote me on that. Maybe it is fighting, but I don't know. That I thought fighting would do more damage than that, so it might have been fire. Pawniard's able to knock out the Drifloon as Mindfu switches in to scare it out. Clicks Fake Out on the Ghastly coming in, and then Porygon switches in to Trace Levitate. Takes a Will-O-Wisp, not the end of the world. Porygon, probably the Pokemon you want to take that, with the exception of maybe Abra, but switching to Abra there is really risky. Yeah, Ghastly clicking Sub, which is, yeah, Sub Will-O-Wisp set. Porygon clicks Tri-Attack on a Natu coming in, which can just roost that off, but it's lacking in a Violet at this point. Can take another one, but I don't think Natu wants to play this game too long. Maybe... Oh, yeah, maybe Meep's just trying to get some chip on that Porygon from Burn, but it can recover it off too. Natu gets out of there, Mindfu comes in. Takes a Tri-Attack pretty well, no hacks there, thankfully. And clicks High Jump Kick on an incoming Mindfu. That does just over half. So we got some Mindfu v Mindfu situation here. And the TheFiendishMeep's able to take out the opposing Mindfu here, but at low HP. Abra can just come in a revenge kill, but no, Natu switches in. And Spy0P had no reason not to click Shadow Ball there, because it will take out pretty much, it'll do a big chunk to anything there. Oh, I should go back to that. That's pretty important. Pawniard clicking Sucker Punch. I'm a little bit behind here, so yeah. Yeah, Pawniard comes in, clicks Sucker Punch, but Abra or Spy0P predicts that and clicks for Reflect actually. So maybe setting up a potential SD Drillbur sweep here. Switches in, takes an Iron Head as Drillbur clicks Stealth Rock. Okay, never mind. And then Omnimite comes in, takes an Iron Head very well with Reflect Up. Keeps stomaching those and gets flinched, unfortunately. And do we see a Shell Smash? No, we just see a straight up Surf. A little bit of hacks there. And then Ghastly come in and Revenge Kill. I want to take a look at the chat here after this turn. Sets the Reflect. Yeah, that is a Sashed Abra. Oh, okay, just some apologies for the hacks. That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, so Abra's outspeeding here and knocking that Ghastly out with a Psychic. And Omnimite can come in and... Ooh, that's HP Electric? Maybe? No, we're probably fighting, actually. HP fighting. And then Omnimite's able to Shell Smash and knock it with an Earth Power. And then Porygon can come in... Ooh, click Sub on the Porygon, but... Yeah, Tri-Attack can break a Sub here. Ooh, okay. Porygon's able to get out of that situation. Such a fat Pokemon. Dies to burn, but now we have Mindfu v Drillbur. Drillbur with a bit more HP and an item, I believe. Gonna take a Fake Out. Ooh. I think Mindfu's gonna... Oh, no. Drillbur able to outspeed and knock it out. 17. Don't know which kind of Mindfu that was. That was at worst a speed tie, but... Oh, Spy0P had a misclick there. That would have been with, oh, the Reflect. Oh, yeah, Abro's faster. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's okay. Spy0P was able to still get out of that whole situation with the Abra, so... Spy0P taking game 1 with the Drillbur. I didn't know Drillbur was this fast. That's really cool. I'm learning some things about the tier here. And yeah, Spy0P up 1 game. Let's get into game 2 here. Alright, here we go. Game 2. Man, like, the timing of that was perfect. The track I had going in the background like just ended right as the battle ended. Anyways, you don't care. Spy0P bringing a Larvesta team with hail, not snow, hail to this one. And fans of the channel will know I am a big Larvesta enjoyer. So very cool seeing this taking center stage here. And I think I've seen this team before on the forums too with the Stunky. This is the team that might have been brought to the finals of another tournament. And if it is the same team, the Stunky has 3 dark moves and Explosion, but we'll find out if it's the same one. I think it's the team I'm thinking of. And yeah, and then of course, a Mindfu, yeah, got Hail, and then Porygon, Staryu. Yeah, Staryu, very good Pokemon in this tier 2, just really fast, can hit pretty hard, and gets Rapid Spin. TheFiendishMeep, bringing a Trapinch team with a Chinchou as well, which is cool. And of course, some more standard Mons. You know, like Ghastly, Abra, Mindfu, and of course Volibee, my worst enemy after my match. This thing, man. Maybe we'll see the taunt set in this battle. We'll see. But looking at the team, I'm thinking this thing might be a nasty plot 1, just kind of as a win condition. But we'll see which way this goes. Yeah, I don't have too much more to say. Very happy to see Larvesta. Hopefully, you can put in some work. That is a switch into Mindfu as well. Maybe get some Flame Body action going on, but, you know, the TheFiendishMeep bringing a pretty... Well, I'm assuming this is a special Volibee, so pretty specially offensive team, so I don't know if... I mean, this could just be a fast Larvesta. It could be Scarf. Choice Scarf is this thing, so... Yeah, let's get into it. So, Spy0P leaving Mindfu, TheFiendishMeep leaving Trapinch, and this thing has Arena Trap, so Mindfu is just going to have to attack. Goes for the high jump kick, and then Volibee switches in. Quick U-turn, and we will see it. Weak armor, yes. As Stunky comes in, TheFiendishMeep switching into Mindfu, and this is not the 3-attack Dark type. This thing has Sludge Bomb, so interesting. Gonna click U-turn, get out of there. Doesn't get burned. Larvesta's not gonna want to hang out with the Chinchou there, so Porygon switching Trace, Water Absorb, and we find out that it's Water Absorb, not Volt Absorb. Trapinch comes into Trap here. Gonna eat a Tri-Attack and then do 53 with a Superpower, but still gonna want to get out of there. As Porygon clicks Recover on a Ghastly coming in, clicks Trick. Here's the thing, Black Sludge, awesome. And now with this, Porygon's gonna get chipped. Really awesome play there. Trick Black Sludge is something I really like. Yeah, Mindfu switching in, take a Tri-Attack, and then switches right back out into Volibee. Perhaps predicting the Larvesta to come in here, which it does. Skunky switching in. There's the nasty plot, so we're right, but doesn't have the speed boost quite yet, so it's going to have to take a hit first. Poison? No poison. Quick Sucker Punch as Volibee clicks Roost, so this is Roost, nasty plot, 2 attacks. Gonna eat a Sucker Punch very well and get the weak armor. Oh, TheFiendishMeep getting ready for a sweep here, potentially. Staryu comes in, takes an Air Slash. Scald, fishing for a burn, doesn't get it. Not that this is especially offensive Volibee, right? So burn's not gonna do quite as much as you would expect. I'm thinking this is game here. I mean, lots of Pokemon weak to Air Slash. Yeah, Snover's not gonna want to take one. Might have Ice Shard, might be Scarf. Nope, gonna drop to an Air Slash. Although Scarf wouldn't get there anyways because this Volibee is a speed boost. So there you go. And Volibee sweep. Wrapping things up 6-0 by the TheFiendishMeep. Awesome game. Timing those plays correctly there. Yeah, and I agree. Very well played by the TheFiendishMeep. Getting right back into this, taking game 2 with the Volibee sweep. Yeah, awesome game. I gotta say that Black Sludge trick, I really think that was the big difference maker here, because it's not even so much that Porygon's getting chipped by Black Sludge, it's more so that it doesn't have a Violite. And it's not going to be wanting to take hits from really. I mean, look at all these strong Pokemon. I mean, even if Spy found a way to punch through this Volibee, I mean, you still got an Abra to get through. You know, it's and Ghastly's still a thing, right? Still a fast Pokemon. So we're all tied up at 1. Let's see how Game 3 goes. All right, here we go. Game 3, Spy0P versus the TheFiendishMeep. Spy0P bringing the same team from Game 1. Let's double check that. Yep, looks like it. So, if it ain't fixed, or it ain't broke, don't fix it, whatever the expression is. TheFiendishMeep bringing, I think this is the same team I brought to my Game 2 and Game 3 from my Round 1 match, so I already know what's going on here. You got the Clamperl. That Clamperl should have HP Electric too, as its only coverage move to go along with Surf, I believe, not Scald, but maybe the TheFiendishMeep changed some stuff up here. Important to note that TheFiendishMeep's Diglett also has got Memento if this is the same team I used. So just setting up for a Memento sweep there. And I think this is an Eviolite Ghastly as well with Sub and Will-O-Wisp. I think that's the one. Don't quote me on that. And then they've got a Natu, of course, Mindfu, and Porygon. And then look on the Spy0P side. Yeah, same team as Game 1. Don't really have much to break down. Can't remember if this was a Hazard Omnimite and not a Shell Smash one, but I don't know, maybe they played around with the set. Probably Hazard, so let's get into it though. So you see Ghastly lead versus a Mindfu lead. Yep, there's the Will-O-Wisp. We were right about that, so good advantage there from the TheFiendishMeep off the hop here. Porygon, I'm going to switch in Trace Levitate as Ghastly sets up a Sub. Oh, okay, maybe protecting a switch there on a Psychic. And HP Fighting click from the Ghastly there. It's able to break the Sub. Get a bit of chip before switching back into Natu. There's the prediction. There's the Tri-Attack. Natu going to get out of there. Porygon might recover on this turn. Nope, clicks the Tri-Attack. No hacks there. As Drifloon switches in. And Mindfu gets out of there. Ghastly comes back and going to outspeed this Drifloon. Goes for Sub instead. But Drifloon seeing that coming. Click Shadow Ball. Oh, and there we go. Drifloon sack there. Abra can come in for free here. Get off a big hit on something. Click Shadow Ball. Yeah, I mean, that was going to be super effective against Ghastly too, so it's a good click. Diglett come in. Clicks Beat Up. This will easily knock out the Abra. So, it's good having that multi-hit move for Pokemon like Abra in this tier if you're a Diglett. Burned Mindfu coming in. Going to take an Earthquake. Not very well. Important to note, this is a Life Orb Diglett. Dribbler switching in here, and gonna knock that Diglett out with an Earthquake as Ghastly comes back into Revenge Kill. Oh, Mold Breaker. Oh, maybe TheFiendishMeep forgot about that. Clamperl maybe try to go for the swip. There's the crit. Oof. Let's rewind a bit. I like to think that crit definitely mattered. Unless this is like Banded Drillbur or something, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty crazy, but yeah, that's an unfortunate crit. I like to think that mattered. I'm not going to go ahead and calc it, but yeah. Mindfu coming in here, Clicks fake out on the Onomite, which, yeah, it's going to take that quite well, and then drops to a high jump kick. Burned Mindfu comes in for Spy0P here. Porygon switches in. Maybe going for a high jump kick. No, clicks knockoff. Gets rid of the thing's Violate, which is very good for Spy0P here. U-turn gets out of there to bring in their own Porygon. Traces the Regenerator. That's cool. Gonna take an HP Fire, probably, and then a T-Wave. Both players exchange T-Waves here, and TheFiendishMeep clicks Recover. Spy0P gets fully parried here. Mindfu comes in, and this Porygon does not have a Violate. It's gonna die to a high jump kick. Burned Mindfu comes back in here, clicks Fake Out, does a tiny bit of chip, and takes some burn damage. Misses a high jump kick from the TheFiendishMeep. And Spy0P's able to click Knockoff here, get rid of that thing's Violate. Porygon comes in here. Yeah, not going to take 2 high jump kicks here, even from a burned Mindfu, and TheFiendishMeep not happy with all that, but seems to be in good spirits here. Gonna click Fake Out on Spy0P Mindfu. I think this is done though. I mean, that Mindfu doesn't have a Violate anymore. It might be able to punch through this Mindfu, but it's not going to be able to get through Drillbur. And yeah, Drillbur's gonna just knock this thing out with an Earthquake, and it still had an item too, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there were some hacks earlier on, right? Like, what was it? Something get fully paralyzed or flinched or something here. I don't know. I think the hacks goes both ways too, but I think the TheFiendishMeep was on kind of the receiving end of the poor hacks there, but what you can do, that's the game we play, right? And I don't know how much it mattered in the end. I mean, Spy0P played a good game here, so Spy0P moving on to the next round. TheFiendishMeep dropping down to the losers bracket. I'll see you there, my friend. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the battle. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. And stay tuned for more Babymonochrome action. Thanks for watching. Peace.